Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Guild Wars 2. Today we're going to focus on the precursor Dusk, Twilight Volume 3. We have obtained our Gloominator, and now we've got to go actually look for these goddamn darkness dims and dark forces of light or whatever to capture. So first one up that we have is the Swampland Fractal. You don't require any agony in order to do this one at level 2, so it's pretty goddamn easy, especially fighting Bloomhunger. You've got to go inside Bloomhunger, so I wouldn't suggest doing it at any of the later on fractals. You're probably going to want to stick to it at just, I think it's level 2. Really easy to get done. And the fractal pretty much itself is it's pushover. So the fractal look actually occurs at levels 2, 21, 32, but when you do it at level 21, you're almost guaranteed to fight the Moss Man. So you want to make sure you go in at 2. Now, if you decide that you want to go in at higher levels, be aware that Bloomhunger is going to be a lot more challenging, and you're going to need Agony Resistance for that. So at level 2, you can go in and there's no Agony Resistance level. The Fractal pretty much starts out with a location that one person must run to, and then it activates 3 other areas where the wisp will be. All you need to do is send an individual to each of those wisps, coordinate when you're going to grab the wisp so that way the enemies that are going to spawn afterwards don't appear. Once you're all in position, you can then grab the wisp and come back to the center location in order to deposit those wisps and open up the path behind you. Now, in this video, we did it with some guys, and this is a pug group, so it's a pickup group, and we kind of messed up. But at level 2, you know what, you can mitigate those kind of errors and stuff like that. But you know, again, you're using party chat, or you know, the chat log instead of using like actual TeamSpeak or something like that to communicate. Now keep in mind, these are not the kind of errors that you're going to want to actually see happen if you start playing at higher levels. The purpose of the lower levels is to get you familiarized with the dungeon and the mechanics and what's supposed to be happening. And what you want to typically do is practice good technique on in these lower level dungeons, so that way you get used to it. What you don't want to do is end up at higher levels messing these things up, because things can go really wrong at higher levels in these areas. So for instance, in this case, everybody being in position and ready to go once we pick these up. Somebody didn't go pick this one up, so I had to go in order to do it and pick up the wisp. Everybody in the chat log just types in R and they say ready to go, and somebody types go. You pick it up and you run back to the location. Be aware that as you run back, there's going to be traps on the floor that are gonna trip you up, so try to jump or roll or dodge roll those in order to get back there. Be aware of the red rings, and all you gotta do is deposit the wisp. Once all 3 wisps are open, the back path will open and you have either a left path or the right path. Nice quick swim underwater will take you there. So on this one, we're going to Bloomhunger, so we're gonna go to the right path. And he's filled with a room of darkness. I mean, the whole damn map is darkness, so I don't know why we couldn't have just picked up darkness anywhere else, but grab Bloomhunger. As soon as you come up to Bloomhunger, open up your inventory and get ready to click on Gloominator. I don't know if there's a means to just have that hanging out somewhere so that way you can just easily access it and click it. And that would have been more useful if there is, but there you go. So we got the Twilight collection achievement done for that one. And then we got attack Bloomhunger. At this level is a relatively easy battle. Everybody can just tag up on him and rush him in. There's nothing to worry about here. However, when you're fighting him at higher levels and you have Agony Resistance, you have an Agony attack where he slams his fist down and he sends out a shock wave. You're going to want to make sure you roll dodge that. The other thing is you don't want everybody stacking up on him like this, because he will passive poison his crowd, and unless you have somebody that's healing or some good healing techniques, everybody could end up dead. The other thing is that he's going to be summoning ads. When those ads spawn, you don't want to leave them to their own devices where they're starting back to you, or helping him out. Basically, add his buffs to him. And you don't want him to have those buffs, so deal with the ads as quick as possible, then get back to attacking. Pretty simple, fairly easy battle. Hope the video helps you guys. Remember, until next time, always have fun. Like, subscribe, comment in the section below. Thank you guys for sticking around. And once again, have fun.